What up, world? This is the Tankhead Moe Show. I'm your host, Tankhead Moe. And boy, do we have a very special guest in the building. Originally from LA, but now representing the ATL. This brother has been making his mark all over the comedy scene, from hosting, featuring, and opening for some of the biggest names in comedy. You've seen him lighting up stages at Atlanta Comedy Theater, Helium Comedy Club Atlanta, Punchline Comedy Club, Uptown Comedy Corner, The Start On, and many more. He's not just a stand-up comedian. He's also a talented content creator and actor. You can catch him playing Trapper Joe in the hit film Don't Blow My High, now streaming on Tubi. And if you've ever seen him perform, then you already know his signature catchphrase. So I need everybody watching and listening to say it with me. Let me hear you say for sure.
For sure.
So Tankhead Moe family, stop whatever you're doing. Pump your brakes. Turn up the volume. Turn it all the way up and make some noise for the one, the only, the hilarious Christopher Show.
Thank you so much for that. I did all of that?
Yes, sir.
That's all right. I appreciate that.
First off, man, welcome to the Tankhead Moe Show, man.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. How you feeling today?
Everything's been good. It's definitely been an awesome weekend. First off, I would like to apologize for my appearance, okay? I'm filming right now. I'm playing a narcotics addict.
Okay.
Narcotics addict. I feel like a narcotics addict would have a 5 o'clock shadow rather than a crackhead.
Right.
So it's levels to this. So, I'll be real committed to my character. So yeah, this is why I look like a narcotics addict right now.
Hey, man.
you got some narcotics? I'm working on it.
Yeah. So you originally from Los Angeles, but now call Atlanta your home. What brought you to the ATL?
Family had a divorce. Really, that's what it is. You pick a side. You got to pick a lane. Mama or daddy. You gonna stay with daddy? You gonna go with mama?
Right.
So moms came here. We grew up over there in Stone Mountain, Clarkson East Side area.
Yes, sir.
So definitely, I went to Stone Mountain High School.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Go Pirates, right?
Yeah.
But that's pretty much what had me going back and forth from Los Angeles to Atlanta.
That's what's up, man. And speaking of Los Angeles, man, Los Angeles and Atlanta have a connection. Because because I got family, LA and Atlanta, and when they transition here, we made sure they transition well. You know what I'm saying? So it's a big.
You definitely welcome with that Southern hospitality.
Right.
I love going back out there. Hey, y'all know about that Southern hospitality? No, we don't know anything about Southern hospitality.
Right, man. When did you realize comedy wasn't just something you love? It was something you were meant to do. When did you realize that?
I would probably say about 2016. It hit me like a ton of bricks.
Yeah.
I've always been funny. I'm definitely one of the kids that got wrote up in school from being a class clown. I definitely had my troubles with that. Got in trouble for roasting. You definitely getting suspended. You made one of them kids cry. So that's another thing. But I say about 2016, it hit me like a ton of bricks. I got to do this. I got to get out here and do this. But I still hadn't ventured off with it or whatever. I want to say about 2017, December, Damon Williams, comedian, shout out.
Yeah, shout out.
From Chicago. Yeah, he came and he was performing at a local club, Atlanta Comedy Theater.
Right.
And I guess their headliners, whenever they performed, they let them stay at the hotel down the street, which was where I was working at overnight. And Damon came through the lobby, and I was like, yo, I've always wanted to do some comedy. He said, well, now's your chance, go down there to the club I perform at. They do open mics, just start from there.
Right.
And about 6 years later, I was hosting for Damon Williams. So
man, that's amazing.
I tell him that story every time I see him. One time when I first told him, he saw me and he said, hey, come here. Hey, take my picture. Another one of my kids. So it's definitely a perk.
Right, man. So speaking of, you was talking about Damien Williams, man, how does that really feel? Because you don't, up and come comedian, you don't really get that as much, and you find like a OG comedian like that take the time to, you know,
that's that next level. Cause see,
right.
let's just say like you say you want to do stand-up comedy.
Right.
That first year, you're going to know whether this is a hobby or if you really going to put a little energy into it for real.
Right.
Come your second year, you know for a fact it's not a hobby.
Right.
This is something you really want to do. You still got your job or whatever, but
Right.
this is something you really want. Come about that third year, now you're looking for what's next.
Right.
Each year that you keep doing comedy, you're looking for what's next.
Right.
What can I get next? You know, I done rocked this stage. I can now do 15, 20 minutes comfortably, no problem.
Right.
I'm now doing headlining time, 45 minutes, no problem.
Right.
So it's like each year you getting something else added to your bag, and you want to just know what's next. What's next? Once I done hosted for this comedian, all right, what's next? You know, once I done featured for this comedian, all right, what's next? So
Right.
levels to this thing. That's the
Right.
best way to describe it.
Right.
So my mentor in the game right now, no question. I call him. Really, I got two of them. I don't even want to short one over the other because they both there for me. I can call them both, tell them what the situation is, and they gonna give it to me as if I'm their child. Number one, Melanie Camacho.
Melanie Camacho. Oh yeah. Hilarious.
Very
Beautiful black woman.
Very, very funny, very talented.
Yes.
And I mean, even on and off the stage.
Right.
So
right,
it's
right.
just like, you know, she done helped me punch up a joke here and there. And she's great. Definitely done went on the road with her. Love Melanie Camacho.
what's up.
And my other one is Michael Collier.
Michael Collier. That's
Showboat.
another one.
Yeah, Showboat.
Yeah. Showboat.
Man, when I tell you he give me that fatherly advice, like, hey,
Right.
let me tell you something. Don't let them do you like that. You know, like, hey, that brother, what are you doing? You know, like he'll pull you to the side,
Right.
like, and get you right. And I love them both for that. I definitely recommend if you doing this comedy thing, find you one of those to, you know, if you really taking this serious.
Right.
They're gonna give you the best advice possible for any situation you could possibly be in. They got 30 years plus in the
Almost
game.
definitely.
So, you know, they done seen everything from a promoter running out the back door while they're on stage
right.
to whatever. So just
Right.
just find you one and try to lock in.
Right. And speaking of Michael Collier, when you spoke to him, I met him back coming through the comedy convention on the Hope Flood. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
Couple years during one Uptown. had it.
Uptown. I've been to the one in LA.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's another one coming up now on the 19th, July 19th.
Right.
Yeah. So that I encourage any comedian to go, you know, because it's gonna be Hope's 60th birthday too. So
July 5th, shout out.
Yeah. That's what's up, man. And you know, and like you meet a lot of big name comedians through, you know, Hope Flood and going to her conventions.
Oh, yes, you do.
And you build a lot of relationships. She's done some amazing things, you know, and that's how I met my mentor, Kente Scott, and you know, and you met your Tina Graham. I met Tina Graham and a lot of amazing people through the comedy convention, like either other comedians from other states. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
That networking is really how you making it now.
Right.
At one point, it was only the agents and managers talking, but now everybody talks to everybody.
Right.
So you definitely want to always keep your networking window wide open.
That's so true, man. That is so true, man. Like, well, we spoke on that because I was like, who were some of the biggest comedian influence growing up? You know.
Well, of course, growing up, it was Eddie Murphy was the first one I saw with the microphone and the leather. So you know, he saw that, he's like, oh, okay. And then you got your parents over there laughing at it, and it's like, is it really that funny? Oh, okay.
Right.
And I'm one of the kids that went down in my parents' basement, grabbed those records out, and I was listening to the Eddie Murphy, the Richard Pryor, the Red Fox records, the Dolomite records. Like, those were records, and you listening to all.
Oh man.
Some of the jokes went over your head because you a child, but if you heard the word motherfucker, you knew it was funny then.
Yes.
That was all you had to. You just said motherfucker. That's all you. So it's one of those kind of things.
Right, man. Oh man. Like I remember, like, we didn't have cable when I was growing up. So, but you know, I stayed in the hood. So, but my friend, some doors down, they had it. You know, you know, they had the TV then with the little TV sitting on the big TV. Yeah. And I used to go over there and watch the comedy, and that's where I got to watch the Barbara Carlyles, and Whoopi Goldbergs, Eddie Murphys, and stuff like. And you saw your Tommy Davidsons and comedians that people don't really talk about,
right?
You know, as much. Teddy Carpenter's.
Oh, man.
Teddy Carpenter, that's another one. I appreciate Teddy Carpenter. I really appreciate him because he the one got people to know me when I was out. So
you know, it's so funny when you describe, like, if you think about the Def Jam era, it's probably maybe one or two comedian sets that are gonna stick out in your head, and you're gonna remember them, bar none. Ted Carpenter's when he had Big Legs come up down, like that's classic. Mic drop time, you know.
Yes.
Bernie Mac cussing out the crowd.
I ain't afraid of you. Yeah,
that's a mic drop time. You know, Chris Tucker up there doing the Michael Jackson. Mic drop time. So it's certain ones from those episodes that you remember, and it's like, was that my motivator? I want to have a crowd just like I saw that night. Right. That's what I'm looking for.
Right. And back then, you know, it's like they understood comedy. You can see the art in comedy. Yep. You see what I'm saying? You was able to work that art.
Exactly.
You know, and I feel like that's what we got to get the audience back to loving comedy, where they see it as an art and not just people just doing stuff to get by.
Being silly, obnoxious, or keeping it, you know, grassroots, like it's just nothing but, you know, dick and pussy jokes.
Right,
like,
right,
come on, bro. Like,
right.
We can do better than that.
We can do better than that. Yeah,
it's a lane for it, but not every night.
Right. And that's where, you know, one thing when I started the podcast, that's what I want to do is put comedians, like, people don't know that it's other comedians besides the mainstream that you're not seeing.
Well, it's a line of them.
Yeah.
Underneath your top 10, it's another top 30.
Right.
Underneath the top 30, it's a top 1,000.
Right.
And then a top 2,000. Like, it's so many of us.
Right. And but I never, when people be like, do you have a number one? I got too many of them.
Got too many of them.
I no such thing as a number one funniest comedian ever. That's something we say in the black community, but I can't agree with that because it's too many of them.
It's too many of them, and then once you're in the business, you're building rapport and relationships and an understanding of the actual art of telling the joke.
Right.
Now your opinion is gonna start changing. Man, I ain't really feeling they style like I thought I was. Or you know, stuff like that.
Yeah. Every comedian has that one show they'll never forget. What's your most memorable performance?
Most memorable performance is gonna be the night I featured for Dave Chappelle. Yeah, so.
Oh man, you was holding that. Jesus, you was holding that.
So it's like the one thing they do is take your phones when you come into those shows. You can't have your phones. So I do this. You know, I'm closing out the show, and I'm like, all right, y'all follow me on all social platforms under Christopher Show, and I'm just hearing, we don't have our phone. We don't have our phone. I was like, oh yeah, they did take y'all phone. Damn. Yeah. But just remember, for sure, I'm everywhere. You know, so I come off stage and they looking at me like, yeah, you shouldn't have told them to follow you. Nobody has your phone. Did you wait for me to get off stage to tell me that thing? Thanks, buddy. Thanks.
Let's say you was up there trying to spell it out.
I was trying to make them. But the coolest part was after the show. Of course, everybody's coming through. They're getting their phones unlocked. I'm outside the door. Thank y'all so much for coming out. Have a good night. For sure. Let me hear you say for sure. Baby mama. Like, they quoting my jokes and everything. So it was like, oh, y'all might have came to see Dave Chappelle, but y'all remember my little time up there. Yeah. My little time. Dave just did a whole hour and some change, and y'all remember my little bitty time. Thank you. And I took that and I ran to my job and let them know I just opened up for Dave Chappelle. I don't need y'all no more. And that was a mistake.
I quit, bitch.
That's it. That was it. That was it. I knew it was up after that night. I looked at everybody and told them it was up. So yeah.
Man, speaking of David Chappelle, man, like, I don't know about you, but on my vision board, I want to go to his camp.
Oh yeah.
In the summertime. And that's one person. Sometimes I get that you remind me of Chappelle stuff, you know. I remember one time when he was going through the thing and the white folk was talking, because I got that little thing dip in my head from the back. They were like, I think that's, you know, they were having an issue with it. I thought they were going to put hands on me. They were like, that nigga go right there. You know, let's, you know what I'm saying? That's funny. He looked like a Chappelle. You like, you know, so yeah, but man, I really, you know, that's one of my goals, to make it to Colorado
and be in that camp.
And be in that camp, man.
It's a few, when they do the group picture, you'll see them. It's a few ATL comedians that have been out there.
Erica Duchess been there before. Yeah.
I saw Fat Man Deezy.
Fat Man Deezy, yeah.
I believe Kelly Kells might have been out there.
She probably has.
Yeah. Very funny. All very talented.
Yeah. Fat Man Deezy is another good guy.
Wow.
Oh, man. Man, I remember when he was hosting at Atlanta Comedy Theater. He had let me do some time, man. He was like, you can do time, whatever, you know what I'm saying? You can come back and do some more time. And I felt good, man, because that when you get the more time, it allows you to open up more.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. And that's a brother that's he been doing it for a minute.
Right.
Definitely.
And hilarious, good at it.
Man, what? Man, good wholesome brother. Like off the stage, that's somebody I like genuinely talking to.
Right.
I genuinely do call him on the phone, like, hey brother, you know, I got this going, and I can talk to him.
Right.
You know, he'll talk you off the ledge if you about to go over there. You know, we definitely don't hit the Stardome before, so real good brother, man. I'm hoping we make it to the moon and back, man. Like, let's get it.
He was my first time meeting. He was one person that left a mark on me, and I'm like that. I sit back and be quiet. And I watch people. I said he was another brother that when I see, I be like, okay, I like this brother. Yeah. I always remember.
Man, one thing about him though, is funny is because he was hosting at the Atlanta Comedy Theater competition. I just so happened to be sitting in the green room chilling, and it was a comedy competition, but there was only one contestant, and he had came back and asked me, yo, for sure, you go perform. I was like, no, I'm good. I'm just gonna watch TV. I'm chilling tonight.
He be real cool.
He came back in there. Hey, look here for sure.
Yep. He real cool now.
I can't just give her the money. And I was like, all right, man, I'll go, man. So I had to enter the conversation because he just couldn't just give her the, hey, ain't nobody compete with you, so you just went, nah.
Right.
I had to go represent.
He remind you like a Jerry Levert. Yeah.
Without the singing.
Yeah, without the singing. Yeah. He real cool like that.
That's my guy, though. Shout out.
Yeah, man. Shout out, man. Cause I know he, last time I saw him, I think he would T.I. them.
Right on. Yeah, he was in the Apartments movie.
Movie, too. Yeah, I saw that. I know that's going to be hilarious because I saw a lot of comedians that I watch and stuff like that. Yeah.
Doing their thing.
Yeah. So that'll be another brother I like to interview, Fat Man Deezy. I got a lot of people on my list that I want to do, and I know some people may not because they in a circle, but even if they don't, you know, it's still
better
respect.
Get your ass down here.
Yeah, still get down here. But you know, it's respect. So you ain't gotta, if you don't know me, you ain't gotta talk about me. You know what I'm saying? I'm a cool dude. You know, I ain't missing nothing. You know.
That's how you said. If you know me, watch how you talk about me.
Right.
See, mine is, look here, watch how you think about me.
Yeah.
I might book your ass.
Right. I might open up the second big black club here. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Yeah, man. So your catchphrase, which is hella cool.
Okay. Which one you like? The let me hear you say for or and that's for sure? The
let me hear you say for sure, man.
Let me hear you say for sure.
Yeah. It actually has become part of your brand.
Yeah, it
you
has.
know. How did it come about, man?
Man, you know, I'm gonna give a plug to a comedian. I was watching they set, and then I started like going down a rabbit hole watching a couple other they sets, and they always had a catchphrase when they leave the show, and it was Cedric the Entertainer with the "I holla." So I was like, man, I need me an "I holla." I want me an "I holla" just as cool as that. Right. So at one point it was "Go Get 'em" for show. Okay. That was what I was saying. I getting on stage, but it was like "Go get 'em" for show, and then somebody come up to you and say, "How you gonna be telling the audience to go get 'em for show? You for show." Right. And I was like, yeah, better take that one back to the drawing board too. Right. So, you know, kept playing with it, and man, let me just hear you say my name. Let me hear you say for show. Right. Yeah. Right, so I got a whole set with it. I definitely work it into my set. You got a couple of comedians clowning like, Did you remind them enough times what your name was? Yeah, I don't think so. I gotta give me the mic. I'll go back out there and tell them again.
Never enough
It's times. Never enough times.
It's about being professional advertising.
Until I'm in the Webster Dictionary.
That's right.
That's it.
That's right. So you play Trapper Joe and Don't Blow My High on Tubi. Yeah. Yeah. How did you land that role, and what was the experience like?
Okay, real stoner film. I found that when it was referred to me. They said they were looking for a Rick James Prince type. So I actually sent him over what I was looking like, my afro, my whole 70s get up. And before I go into it, I just want you to know, when I first started doing comedy, I was a little apprehensive about my jokes and how I was scared on that stage. So I grew out this afro and made this whole 70s character because I could be this 70s guy on stage. I'm not scared to act in front of the crowd, but to go up there and tell a joke and it not hit or it not them stare at you, I didn't know how to work that out. So I knew I could go up there and act like this 70s guy. So that's how I kind of created the whole for show persona in the beginning. So when he asked that they were looking for a Rick James Prince type, I sent over my reel, and he called me back and said, I like what you are. I want what you are. You just be yourself on there. When he told me that, I was like, okay. I read the script. I kind of made up my mind of who Trapper Joe was. You know, he this gangster pimp that just love to smoke. So let's get it.
And slap.
Yeah, and slap. Yeah, and slap people. Yeah. Oh, I put it on you now. You know, so shout out to Mike Giles and
shout out.
And Don't Blow My High. It's on Tubi right now.
Right. All right. Between stand up, acting, and creating content, which one challenged you the most?
Creating content.
Creating, yeah.
Because it's got to be, you got to kind of drop something as fast as it come out. Like, I hate to bring this up, but the Tigger incident as it happened, they put up the video showing what happened, and immediately after that, there wasn't nothing but people making fun of the video, doing their own renditions of "Give Me My Phone Back."
Right.
Yeah. So it's like you got to be fast with another one. The Montgomery chairs when they was fighting, the black people and the white people was fighting, threw the hat up. I think right after that, Funny Man? He did one, and they were out there swimming in the pool, fighting, playing around, but folks make up stuff really fast, and you got to be fast on it with it to keep up with the content.
That's true. How has social media changed the game for comedians?
It's ruined it. Since I watched the 90s of the Chitlin circuit and the up and down the street, the promoting through the barbershops, since I watched that, in my mind, I'm still thinking that's the way to go. Right. But it's like pissing up a flagpole. Right. You know, you can do it, but it's very hard. Right. It's very hard. You got to have that social media presence. Yeah. But the thing that sucks about that is I feel like the social media presence is actually denying the club, because the club will see that social media presence of 500,000 followers on Instagram, and then this person comes in and they don't have a tight 5-minute set. Period. And you feel like you just wasted your money. You did waste your money. Right. You know, because you went off of their followers or whatever, and then all those people that are watching them didn't even come out to the show. Right. So, it's
speaking of that, that's why I try to push to people it's a difference. Because, people don't know much as we think they do. Cause like I can be talking to some outside people, and I'd be like, nah, I'm a stand-up comedian. And they be like, no, but I saw the comedian, they'll say Drewski.
Right.
Yeah. And I ain't never seen him do stand-up, but
No,
but some people think he's a stand-up comedian.
Right.
I'd be like, no, he's a comic. It's a difference.
It is a very big difference.
Yeah, it's a big difference. He's not a stand-up comedian. Stand-up comedian be depressed and everything. We gotta learn how to write. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know how to make a joke, take fat out of a joke. You gotta know how to do all kind of things to present to people, you know, and it becomes spiritual for us because we do a lot to make y'all laugh, to heal y'all with laughter, to change the way y'all see things. So that's
absolutely, you make perfect sense right there. And another thing with them content creators, you know, there ain't no edit button when you're on that stage. You can't erase that joke. Hold on, let me erase that and put that back in. You up there, you mess up that joke, go to the next. That's it. So whatever.
Oh my God, that's so true. And it's funny you say that because you messed that joke up on stage. The audience don't know, but
right.
You know.
But you know. And they'll probably eat you up in the green room. Man, I messed that joke up. I messed it. They don't know, bruh. Uh-huh. You still bomb, but they don't know that you messed that joke up.
Right. But the beauty of it is you learn from it, and that's the part of the process of growth, you know.
Absolutely.
And yeah. So that's the amazing part of learning stand-up, you know. And I heard someone mention, are you a if you know, as starting out sometimes you don't make money like that, and I heard somebody say you're not a stand-up comedian until you start making money, and I kind of took offense to that because it's like, what about the people who's, you know, taking time to learn the art? You saying they're not a comedian because you're not making money? That's not true.
You know, at the end of the day, I think everybody's going to have their opinion of or perception of this stand-up comedian. What is funny? What is not funny? You know, are you making money? Are you getting paid in chicken wings? You know, Are you doing it for a hobby? Are you really getting the reps in? You know, everybody got something to say. But you not me. Yeah, I'm not you. I'm on this stage and watch me work. Watch me work.
That's right. What's your creative process when it comes to writing your material?
I get hit over the head and I be like, I got to tell them about what just happened here. I got to tell them about this one right here. So it's like, what am I supposed to do with this material that I just got? You know, because something just happened. It was funny. I might as well tell y'all about it.
Right. Have you ever written a joke and thought it was going to kill, but the audience wasn't feeling it?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'd be lying if I said that. that ain't never happened. All my shit work. Man, I done got rolled up. I done had a joke. I'm like, man, what this it, bud. What they doing? This it. My Power Ranger joke. I'm still mad about my Back to the Future joke. I want them. That joke is funny. Y'all tripping. I stand 10 toes down on that Back to the Future joke.
Hey, they don't know we be up at night looking in the ceiling like, man, I know that.
I know that shit gonna kill, man. It got to work.
Yeah. Oh man. What's one misconception people have about being a stand-up comedian?
Oh, that is overnight.
Right.
That is overnight. As soon as you doing stand-up comedy, I'm doing stand-up comedy. Oh, you know Drewski. Oh, you know Mojo Brooks.
Right.
You know, like, yeah, I know him, or I seen him, or I performed with him. Yeah, I got that, but their stuff wasn't overnight either.
Right.
Like, nobody's was overnight. I don't know if you remember that girl on the video. She did a TikTok video talking about Dr. Pepper. It's got the taste. It was a big girl with a gap in her mouth. She went viral crazy for the Dr. Pepper. She said she been doing this shit for about 5 years.
Right.
Y'all think we just saw that Dr. Pepper commercial and she just went up? She said, "No, you scroll back. She been doing videos like that."
And she got sponsored or something.
Yeah, she got sponsored by it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So nothing is overnight. I think I might have misheard Precious' story. The girl who played Precious, she said she skipped school to go audition to play Precious,
right,
and got the part,
right,
and it was up from there.
That's amazing, man.
1 in a million.
Hey, that's how God works.
That's how it is. 1 in a million. I wish I had the Precious story. I went there and saw Dave Chappelle. Said it was up from there.
Right, man. That's amazing, man. Like, if Hollywood called you with your dream role, what kind of character would you want to play?
Mr. from Color Purple. As I look dead in the camera, y'all figure it out. I want to play Mr. Period. I mean, I know they just did the musical, and my man did it. He was in The Running Man. I forget his name, but he did it. He was good. But my name is Mr. Yeah. I'm Mr. That's the movie that I watched when I was a kid that made me want to say I would like to do this acting thing.
Right.
You mean you get to play a movie and you be somebody other than yourself?
Right.
Yes, I would like to do that.
Right.
I'm strongly attracted to the antagonist role. I really like to be the aggressor in the film. I can do the protagonist, but I prefer the bad guy. One that make everybody be like, boy, if I see that motherfucker tomorrow, that's like that kind.
Yeah, I play Hoppo, man.
That horse ain't saddled yet.
Yeah.
I was getting to it.
It's Sophia.
Yeah. That would be my dream role, though.
Yeah, man. And I don't know if we talking about it. Like, what are some struggles that comedians go through? Like, what are some struggles you go through in the beginning of the game?
In the beginning of the game, I'm going to say something that is not a struggle in the beginning.
Right.
In the beginning, you can tell everybody, hey, I'm doing comedy. Oh, that's good. I would say the support year 1 was a lot stronger than it is now here in year 8.
That's good.
Year 1, oh man, I was selling tickets like going to church. Everybody's showing up, pulling up. But it's like, now I'm asking myself, did they lose interest, or is it that I'm doing it so much frequently that they can see me anytime? They don't miss me. Like, you start asking yourself all these different questions. What is it that, why aren't they still coming?
Right.
Or whatever. But then you run into them, hey boy, I see you out there. Yeah. I just saw your movie. It's like they are still supporting, they are still following.
Right.
They just not coming to the shows,
Yeah.
So that's definitely a struggle, is getting that audience and that crowd to come out there, because we all can't sell out in 5 minutes, or 30 minutes or what have you. Something else, is definitely going to be time.
Right.
When by time, I mean you get booked for a show, you get booked for an audition, you get booked for whatever, and it's like, oh, I got to work.
Right.
Oh, I can't stay out that late because I got to be at work in the morning.
That's true.
How many comedians, if each comedian could have a nickel for every time they said that, they'd have a lot of money.
Right.
And they know they would.
Right.
How many gigs have you canceled or throw to the back burner because you got your job, or you got to go pick somebody up that's not in line with what you're doing.
Right.
This distractions come in so many forms. I also like to say this, that I was watching a TikTok, and Ben Stiller said you need to focus in on your craft.
Correct.
Everything else is a distraction.
That's true.
And you need to focus in and hone in on your craft so you can be the best at what it is that you're doing.
That's true.
After I saw that, I sold my gun. I was like, that gun is a distraction. Like, I don't want to hurt nobody. I'm not even interested no more. I just want to focus on my craft and go. I'm talking balls to the wall on comedy, on acting. Right. If somebody pull me up, hey, give me everything you got. Boy, I ain't got nothing but these jokes. So you about to get this hot 5 minute set.
Right. Well, I'm gonna tell my joke with my gun. Yeah, man. Oh man, that's real talk.
Yeah,
I do want to say this though, man. In this camera, this is to the White House. The government, start putting some funds in stand-up comedy. Make it an art. Put funds out there and make it an art. And y'all come out and see real stand-up is. I'm talking to the government. I'm talking to the local government, the federal government. We need your help. We need you. We need you. Put it in the bill. You make art. It heals. It help with mental health. All kind. We save lives. We keep people from committing suicide. All kind of things. You know. Yeah.
And you know, that's something I can scratch off my bucket list, to have somebody come up to you after the show, tears in their eyes, like, man, I just lost my son this week. But man, you really made, and you looking at them like, well, yes, sir, I'm glad I could help you. And then you check, like, bro, what was that? Bro? It's like, I'm glad I was here to do that.
Right.
I'm glad I'll scratch that off my list. I made somebody feel good at that, like, one of their most weakest moments.
Right.
So, you know, that's
right. So what's next for Christopher Show? Any upcoming projects?
Yeah, I got a few things lined up. I got a comedy festival in San Antonio, July 24th through the 26th. Then I'm going to head to Orlando for another comedy festival. The thing about these festivals, I definitely want people to take from there is the networking. That's the most important thing you could possibly do. I mean, definitely focus on your set. You want to win. That is always going to be a perk, but I definitely want you to go in there, because it's going to be comedians from all over the country, you know, been in the game for a little bit longer than you, probably a little bit shorter than you, and they might be funnier than you. You just got to go in there, do your best, and definitely network. Network. I'm also going to be filming part 2 of a mini series that I was in. I'll play Mr. Ray. I'm a shady landlord. I got to let my beard come in for that. Yeah. More beard, the more shady. And also, I told you I'm playing a narcotics addict right now, so that's why I got the scruff look and narcotics. But I'm definitely hitting the stages. I got 3 rooms that I do hosting. Periodically throughout the week. 1 on the east side and 2 on the south side of Atlanta. Everything's on my page under ChristopherShow.com, and on my Instagram, I am Christopher Show. So. Oh yeah, my fault. Yeah, everything is like, I always try to put my schedule out on my website. And another thing, no shade, but anything on my schedule, it ain't no open mic room. I just want that's right. When people be putting them tours down, you be looking at all them dates and you just going around Clarkston. Right. You got 1 date in Tucker and 3 in Clarkston. That ain't a good tour. So, you know, but these are all dates of, you know, you can buy tickets. That would be great and appreciated. So come on out and watch the show.
That's right, man. What advice would you give someone who's thinking about getting into stand-up comedy?
Run. You're gonna have to tap in and make sure you're vulnerable. If you coming up there and you can't be embarrassed, this ain't the job for you. If you can't, I guess, take off your cool shades for 5 minutes to really let the world know who you are, then this isn't for you. So, yeah, just keep on pushing, find something else. But to be vulnerable and to let the world inside of who you really are, you'll go so far with that.
Right. That's real. And basically be yourself. Yeah. Like you said, just don't be afraid to bomb. That's a part of the process, you know. And I know some people say they never. Everybody have it, just in different levels. Yeah, and it's because you can. How would I say this? Like, people say they haven't bombed. Like, I ain't never had nobody say boo boo. I had somebody get mad because I ain't putting them in my joke. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I've definitely bombed. I bombed so bad when year 2, I ran from the stage for 3 weeks. So yeah, I was scared. I bombed really bad. I've been booed. Oh yeah, they booed me back in the day at Uptown. They used to boo. Oh yeah, and all I heard was you know, I said the joke, and I'm thinking it was somebody help that nigga, and then they was boo. do? And I was like, man. And shouty what my name was the host that night. So he was still roasting me after I'm sitting over there like, man, well, he's like, come on, you gotta do better than that. Shouty. And you're like, well.
Oh man, he talked fast too.
Yeah, he got me.
Yeah, you started when comedy was still raw. that was you said uptown, downtown.
Yeah.
They weren't playing over there. I probably was in there booing with folks. That before I got into the comedy game, because I used to pop up and see that little straight table. They had the little audience on the side. They had the little straight.
Right there in front.
Yeah. So, man, I know, man.
Yeah, they was booing at that time.
Yeah.
They'd shake their keys on you.
Mm-hmm. Made you strong, though.
It did.
Yeah.
It did. I like to say that, there's a couple of clubs or, rooms that I started off in, and they would teach you how to tell a joke, how to let the audience receive a joke, and how to, transition your joke. But it wasn't until I started going to, I guess more urban rooms, so to speak, that they would let you know what to do in the case they not laughing at your jokes.
Right.
That's something big that you need to. What do you do when they not laughing at your joke? You ain't always got to say, "Oh, y'all don't believe in that? Forget y'all." That's not always the go-to just because they not laughing at your joke.
Correct.
So, got to figure something out.
Yeah.
And it's never the audience fault.
Right. Never.
Sorry. It's never. So do your job.
Right.
Do your job.
Right. And sometime when you being a storyteller, I had somebody tell me, "Hey man, I just wanted to hear more, man." I was like, I was like, well, they only gave me this much time, so I couldn't, but they was like, that's why I was looking at, I had people tell me that, like, hey man, you was funny, but I was so intrigued into your story, like I was wanting to hear more, but and that'd be another thing too. And where people get quiet sometimes when they just focusing on what you're talking about. And sometimes we be thinking like, dang, man, they ain't going too good.
Yeah, but they are. They engaged.
They engaged.
So I was told that it's like my voice is, it'll catch an audience. So to have, it took me 2 years to, so to speak, find my voice in comedy, and that means by my timing of the jokes and my cadence and everything, all of that. It took about a rough 2 years to just figure out, okay, this is how you do it.
Right. 5 years from now,
okay,
what do you want people to say about Christopher Show?
Let me hear you say for sure. Did you see the new one? Boy, he was slapping this. He was doing everything. Like I just want to be a household name.
Right.
That is the ultimate end goal.
Right, man. I'm a manifest right now, man, that we gonna be some amazing traveling comedians and gonna change the game and help other people. You know what I'm saying too? Yeah. Gonna manifest that, man.
Appreciate that, bro.
All right, man. We been having a good time chopping it up, man. But now it's time to turn up the heat. This is the part of the show where I put the guests on the spot. It's welcome to the Tankhead Hot Seat. Are you ready?
Okay.
All right. It's no thinking. Just you got 5 seconds. Just whatever.
Okay.
First
thing come to my mind.
First thing.
Let's get it.
Clean comedy or uncensored comedy?
Uncensored comedy.
Kevin Hart or Cat Williams?
Cat Williams.
Atlanta crowd or LA crowd?
Atlanta crowd.
Hosting or headlining?
Headlining.
Netflix special or blockbuster movie?
Netflix special.
Chicken wings or tacos?
Tacos.
Morning person or night owl?
Morning person.
If you could tour with any comedian, dead or alive, who would it be?
Eddie Murphy.
That's a good one. One comedian who deserved more recognition.
More recognition? Michael Collier.
That's a good one. One city that always show you love.
Los Angeles.
Yeah. One celebrity you love to roast.
Eddie Murphy. I'm going to the mountain.
Buckwheat. Yeah. One word your family would use to describe you.
Funny.
Finish the sentence. Success means
coming home after a hard day's work.
What's one thing fans don't know about Christopher Show?
that I polish my gold teeth every day.
Before we're out of here, get a Tankhead Moe family one last let me hear you say for sure. You know what I'm saying?
I got you. Man, y'all been great. Y'all been amazing. But it's time for me to get up out of here. Y'all can follow me on all social platforms under Christopher Show. That's Christopher, S-H-O. There is no W, but I assure you I'm winning. So let me hear you say for sure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, you know, get out and follow this brother. When I tell you this brother's hilarious, got a lot of motion out here. He won't stir you wrong. So, once again, let's give it up for Christopher Show. It's about the truth, the jokes, the Tankhead way. Peace. If you like this episode, please comment, like, share, and subscribe.